Hi guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to tie a little carrot nymph. Good little trout and grayling pattern, this one. Fish it mainly in the summer, in the fast runs. So it's tied. The hook is a Fuller Mill jig force size 14 and the beads 3.2mm black tungsten bead. Thread, orange thread. I'll start behind the bead. It's a really fast tie, this one. Get your box filled quite quickly. Off the excess. For the tail, I'm using Coq de Leon. And I want about 6 or 7 fibres of it. Trim that off. And I want it the same length as the hook shank. Measure that up and tie that in. Like so. Come in and trim off the excess feather. Wire my thread back up to the bead. For the body, it's going to be a clear D-rib. The trick with this D-rib is you tie the oval bit into the bead slot, so the flat bit's facing up and the rounded bit is on the hook shank. Now tie that in and pull it tight. Just get a good grip, so you're not making the body too bulky. That's nice and tightly on. Underneath, I'm using a Glow Bright number 5. This is one of my favourite Glow Brights. I use this on quite a lot of patterns. It seems to work really well. So I'll just put it over my thread like so and run it down onto the hook shank and a few turns to tie that in and work your thread back up to the bead like so. Come in and wind this up the body, making sure you cover every little piece of the hook shank when you're winding your way up. Let's do it there. Right, once you're up there, tie that off and trim off your excess. Now for your D-rib, you need to, when you start off, pull it really tight and make sure you're touching turns, working your way up, and each one just loosen off just slightly, just to make a nice little taper as you're working your way up. Once you get to the bead, come in and pull it tight and tighten down with your thread. Do a few extra turns and what you would normally do, just so it doesn't slip. Come in, trim off the excess. Now, last part is the thorax, and I'm using Spectra Flash dubbing in Fiery Black. I rate this stuff quite highly. It's good dubbing, this one. You just want a small pinch and just pour it on your thread and tie that round behind the bead. Come in and whip finish. Pull that tight. Trim off your thread, and I'll just pull out a few little fibres just to give the impression of legs, and when this is wet it folds back over the D-rib like so. So it looks a bit like that there. And the orange underbody will just glow through it and Makes a nice little nymph, this one. Fish like it as well. I've tied them in white beads as well, but I found the black beads with this pattern works better. So yeah, give this one a try. Thanks for watching.